Good morning. It is time to go to work, and let me show you the outfit of the day. Here we got this shirt. I'm wearing all black today, well, kind of. I'm wearing the cardigan that I wore yesterday because I love it. And I'm wearing these plants. Wow. Pants. They're like jeggings. I don't know if you can really see, but they're striped. They're black and white. And then I'm wearing my white boots again. So this is what I'm wearing, and I felt lazy to do my hair because I actually need to wash it. But I have like two ponytail situation going on. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started because boo-boo, I'm going to spill some tea today. Let's go. Well, hello there. I am going to be spilling some tea today because I feel like I mentioned a couple times about a situationship that I was in, and I keep wanting to save this for a podcast because I feel like it would be good to be talking to someone else and that they put in like their questions and we can switch perspectives and things like that. But I decided, why not just, say it? Let's just talk about it. I can maybe save a soul, okay? I can save a soul. First of all, it's hard to kind of think about the timeline that this happened in, so I'm probably going to be all over the place with this. And just get ready, like, whatever you're doing right now, drink your cafecito, your matcha, your tea. Oh my god, this car was coming really fast. Get ready, take your time, because this is going to be a long conversation, okay? So, I mentioned before that I have been online dating for a very, very long time. Like, I've been on those apps for just a very long time. And there's an app called Chispa, which is where you're able to find Hispanics, and it's for like dating for Hispanics, right? Different backgrounds of Hispanics. We have like Centroamericanos, Puertorriqueños, Dominicanos, Mexicanos, stuff like that. Okay? So I decided to give that a try too, because like, why not? I've done Tinder, I've done Bumble, I've done POF, I've done Plenty of Fish. But it's the same thing. POF is the same thing as Plenty of Fish. I've done Gorilla, I think it was called. Like, I've done Techno. I've done so many different kinds of apps and dating sites and all that, okay? Throughout my lifetime. Alright? So I went ahead and downloaded that one, and I matched with a few people, and I ended up matching with this guy who is exactly like what I normally am attracted to. So he has like dark hair, like good hair. He has like a beard. He has nice hands. He wears glasses. Like physical, like appearance, it was like what I'm attracted to. Like, I was just attracted to him, okay? So, we ended up matching, and he sends me a message, and we just start conversating back and forth. We kind of ask each other the whole, like, what are you looking for? And it was refreshing to see that he was actually looking for something serious, So, I was like, okay, I'm into that, like, so am I. And mind you, this is last year. This is when COVID is still, happening. This happened more like July, August, September, maybe? September-ish, August. I can't remember, like around there. August, September, October. I can't remember the timeline, but it's around that time frame. So we start, talking on there, and we decide to exchange Snapchats. So then we're Snapchatting each other, and he seems pretty interesting. And then he asks for my phone number. We start texting. He calls me. This is so weird because I'm not used to that. And we spend hours on the phone getting to know each other. We would FaceTime as well. Like, I was getting really comfortable with this guy. He can keep a conversation. It was just so refreshing that it wasn't all like just about sexual stuff. You know what I mean? It was like he was actually getting to know me, and that's what, like, okay, like, he was saying everything I wanted to hear. Everything was good. And he was also scared about COVID because he's high risk. I think he had diabetes, or he has diabetes, even though he's skinny. And I don't know what other health conditions he has, but he's high risk, and so is his mom. So obviously he wants to be as careful as possible. And I was being very careful too. So yeah, so we were talking all that stuff. He even, like, his friends from like Las Vegas or something were in town, so he was like nervous to hang out with them, but he went and hanged out with them. They had rented an Airbnb, and they were all just together there. He was still texting me during that time, telling me how like he wished that I was there, stuff like that, you know. And you know, us girls, we like, girl, stop interrupting me. You know how we like that conversations. Now, I've always been very insecure when it comes to online dating. I feel like I've said before, I feel like I catfish people with my own pictures. Like, I feel like I'm not as pretty as like my pictures come out to be, or I feel like I look fatter in person than when I look in my pictures, you know. So I get like insecure about that. So like, I remember specifically I was at Costco and he was like chatting with me, and I guess we had thought about hanging out. We had said like it was 2 weeks before we were gonna hang out. We decided on a Friday. I was Gucci with that. I think during that time I was working, or I wasn't. I don't think I was actually, because they had closed us. And I tell him like, you know, I have something to tell you, and then I basically told him how like, you know, I am like pretty fat. Like, I don't want you to like see me and be like, wait, kind of stuff. And he responded very nicely about it. He's like, do you think I care about like your weight? Like, I care about like what's inside, like your personality, blah 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 blah. I think you're beautiful, la la la. It was really nice, right, to hear something like that. So I'm getting like mentally prepared to like meet this guy 2 weeks on a Friday, and that's good because I am an overthinker. I like freak out, so it was giving me some time to prep. Like, what am I gonna wear? What am I gonna say? Because I feel like, I get them confused. I think I am an extrovert, which I believe that means that it's easy for me to open up and talk to people. But at the same time, I can be very much an introvert too. So I was trying really hard to like, okay, be mentally prepared to like be talkative, be good, whatever. So we're talking on the phone one night, and he tells me like, oh, like, do you want to come over? I was like, what? He's like, yeah, do you want to come over? Girl, I wasn't ready. I was like mentally preparing myself to like meet him. I think at that point it was like a week away, and on a Friday, you know, and this was maybe like a Tuesday or something like that. I just remember freaking the F out. And he's like, well, never mind, it's okay, like, you don't have to. And then I said, no, give me some time. I kept thinking and thinking, like, my heart was racing, my anxiety went off the roof. I was just like, okay, Ashley, like, listen, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to meet this guy, whether that be that Friday or today or eventually. Anyways, just get this shit over with, because that way, like, if he doesn't, like, if he reacts badly to seeing you in person, then you can move forward. You're not gonna be stuck here with the what ifs, you know, just freaking do it. So I decided, alright, I'm gonna go over. Give me your address, boo. He literally lives like 2 minutes away from my house. It's so bizarre how you can be talking to somebody, like, you know, like, I've never seen him in my life, and I've lived there for so many years, you know what I mean? But yeah, he lived like 2 minutes away from me. So I pulled up to this parking like structure, you can say. It's not a parking structure, it's like a little placita, because like where he lives, it's an apartment complex, and there's like no parking anywhere because, you know, people are parking in the street. So he told me after 6 or something, you can park right there at the placita, because like all the other places are closed or whatever. So they're right, good. So I parked there, I pull up, and I see that there's a bunch of like guys like hanging out right there, and one of them kind of looks like him, and I'm freaking out because if that's him, I'm like, he looks so young, and he catfished me if that's him, because like, I mean, he didn't look bad. It was just more like, you're so young. Like, at that point I was 26, he was 24. I never thought I would ever, you know, talk to somebody younger than me, but he was saying everything I wanted to hear, you know. But thankfully it wasn't him. Like, he comes out, and I see him, and I'm like, oh my god, like, it's exactly who he is. Like, alrighty, like, I was excited. We hug each other, and he takes me inside his house. His mom was there. I met his mom the first freaking night. I was a little like thrown back about it. We sat in the living room / kitchen, and she was just chit-chatting with me, basically getting to know me a little bit. Then they start showing me like baby pictures of him. I was so because I never imagined, first of all, that whenever I would go like hang out with somebody, like a guy for the first time or on a date with somebody, that I would meet their mother and that I would see baby pictures of them right away. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that normally takes a bit, you know? So I was a little like thrown off about it. Not gonna lie, Carb, you're gonna go in, señora. Tienes que darle. Le tienes que dar. I can't stand people who just cut you off, but they're like fucking turtles. Anyways, so yeah, I saw his mom. I saw baby pictures of him. I was really freaking confused about that, but I was like, whatever. And then he's like, come here. So then we go into his room. We watched some Netflix. We cuddled. We chilled. I can't remember all the full details because so many things happen in so many different days that like it's hard for me to pinpoint it. But I do think that we kissed that night. And something that you should know is I've never been in a serious relationship. I've never kissed a boy. I've never had sex. I am a complete little saint, okay? A lot of people always ask me, is that a choice? It's not necessarily a choice, but it feels like it is now. Because I've had so many opportunities to have had my first kiss, to had sex, and, you know, do all that stuff with all these different people, but it just never felt right to me because for me, it was like, I went to a small school, like I went to a small middle school, small high school. I didn't go to college, so I didn't get to really meet a lot of people to have options, you can say. So the only people that I came across were like some from like Washington, some from like online dating and stuff like that. But I always felt like I wanted to be with somebody that there's like I'm gonna be in a relationship with. Does that make sense? Like I didn't want to just do it with a stranger and never see them again, and just like I don't know, I didn't want that for me, especially waiting so long now. I just didn't want that for me, you know what I'm saying? But he made me feel extremely comfortable. I wanted to, so we ended up like making out, I believe, that night. And then from there on, we started hanging out with each other more often. Like obviously I would go over to his house, and then we ended up having sex. Okay, so your girl is not a virgin anymore. I wanted to because I wanted to. Like I was feeling it. I wanted it to. And because I also thought that this was going somewhere. You know what I mean? Like we would talk literally every single day through text. He would call me. We would FaceTime. Like we were always talking. You know, like we were talking, and I knew that he wanted a relationship. I wanted a relationship. So, you know, I thought this was going somewhere. So I ended up having sex. Here's the thing though. Before, one of the times that we were gonna do it, I told him, okay, well, like, you need to put a condom on. He didn't want to put a condom on because it doesn't feel good. And I said, well, I don't care if you don't feel good. Like, I don't want to be pregnant. So, put a condom on. So, he tries to put a condom on, and I guess the condom ripped. And then he tried to put another one on, and then he did put it on, but then he went soft. And then, like, we didn't do anything. And I was like, okay. This is important to remember, okay? He went soft. So I was like, okay. So then we didn't do it that night. I think a couple days later, we hang out again, and then we did end up doing it that time. The thing is, that time, I think he may have had condoms, but he didn't put one on. Oh my God, my camera's overheating. I'm gonna have to let you chill for a little bit. Hold on, okay? Okay, hopefully it doesn't overheat again. Let's hope. I literally just turned it off, turned it back on, so hopefully that works out, okay? But the point is that we ended up doing it that time. He had no condom on. I was like, whoa, everything's crazy, blah, 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 blah. And he did not come inside of me or anything like that, but the next day he did go, and he did the walk of shame of going and getting me an after pill, the Plan B. And the thing is, when he went to go buy one, he actually forgot his wallet, so I gave him my card, but then he did go ahead and pay me, like through the Chase app stuff. He ended up paying me for it, obviously, so he did that. And then we're still talking, la-di-la-da. There's just a lot that is going on in between, but I kind of want to give you some pinpoints, okay? We ended up having sex again another night, and again, he did not use a condom. And this time, this mother effer came inside of me, and I was so mad. This describes, I was so mad Because first of all, you don't want to wear a condom. Second of all, you have the fucking audacity to do that to me. You could have pulled out, bro. But I guess it was just that bomb. But still, you could have pulled out. Like, I was so traumatized when I say that I was so scared of getting pregnant. Like, that has been my fear. I was like, imagine if my virgin ass has sex for the first time with somebody and they end up getting pregnant. I was losing my mind. I want to have kids, but I don't want it to be like the first time I have sex with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. So we went, obviously, we got an after pill. But then after that, I was already getting upset because it's like, listen, I don't want to have to mess up my body taking these Plan Bs because you don't want to wear a condom. Like, that's so disrespectful. Like, I'm not on birth control yet. During that time, I've never even thought about being really on birth control because I wasn't sexually active. I wasn't with a partner. But what the H, you know? So there's a lot going on between me and him in the sense of like that happening, right? And things started getting a little bit interesting. I am somebody who obviously I want to get to know you. If you're going to be my partner, I want to ask questions. I want to get to know you, right? Something that I should back up. Let me back it up a little bit. After I hanged out with him the first night, okay? The first night after I hanged out with him, the next day, I woke up so sick. I did not have COVID. I did not have the flu. I was basically having a full-on body like anxiety / panic attack. My body was shaking. I couldn't eat. All I wanted to do was sleep. My heart was racing. I had so many different thoughts. Like, I lost control of myself. Like, I wasn't myself. I couldn't talk. I couldn't do literally anything. I couldn't eat. Like, I was really sick. I have never in my life been that sick ever from anxiety, or at least I'm gonna call it anxiety, or panic attack or whatever. I've never been that sick in my life. It was so scary. And so when I would hang out with him, we wouldn't talk too much because a lot of the times I felt nauseous, like I wanted to throw up. Remember, we didn't have sex the first night, but my anxiety was just that bad, right? So I couldn't really talk to him as much, but it was nice to like cuddle with him and feel very comfortable with him and whatnot. Also, something I should note is that this guy also had Xanax, okay? And he told me, look, these are pretty strong, but I can give you half if you like to like help you out. So he would give me half of a Xanax. I think that's how you say it, Xanax, whatever, that shit. He would give me half to like help me with my anxiety, and it would like chill me out. I slept over his house a total of maybe 2 to 3 times. I never in my life thought that I would do some shit like this. Sleep over at a guy's house, okay? Like, we're not even boyfriend and girlfriend just yet, but we're talking all the time. It feels like we're dating. Something that I also had issues with him was I started, telling him like that I wanted to go out. Like, let's go out. I don't want to just come over to your house and chill. And it made me, as an overthinker, as a deep thinker, you start thinking like, why don't you want to go out with me? Like, fuck the pandemic. Tell me, like, why don't you want to go out with me? Is it because maybe you don't like me? Are you embarrassed of me? Like, you're just trying to hide me? You know what I mean? Like, it felt like that. I felt that way. And I was a little, like, you can say maybe passive aggressive or so, like a little funny. Like, I actually have still all the text messages, and obviously I can't really show you right now because I'm driving. But for example, I got my nails done, right? And I showed him like, oh look, I got my new set. And then I was like, so you better take me out or I'm gonna take myself out. But like in a playful way. I wasn't being like anything too mean, but he took very offense to that. Cause like, how dare you? You don't think I want to take you out? It's just that this is a pandemic and I'm high risk. And I said, listen, I don't need you. And my camera's overheating again. I don't need you to go and take me out to a restaurant, bro. I understand you're high risk here. I'm asking, because I even told him, I was like, we should go for a drive. We should go for a drive, bro. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm asking for you to get your ass in the car. Let's drive to the beach. Let's listen to the waves. Let's go look at the city lights. Like, let's go do something like that doesn't involve us being around like all these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like I wasn't asking for too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let me turn you off and turn you back on. I felt like I wasn't really asking for too much, you know? And it got to the point where, like, when I would ask him, like, questions, like, over text, like, when we weren't around with each other, he would be like, why are you asking so many questions? Like, la 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 la. Like, we have all this time in the world to get to know each other and stuff. And it's like, excuse me? First of all, we're dating here, so people ask each other questions to get to know each other. So what are you talking about? Like, I really want to show you guys some text messages. Point is that, remember, mind you, I have been sick since day one that I met this guy, okay? And we're like maybe a month in or so. There was a lot of red flags that had happened between me and him, and honestly, like I said, I can't remember them right now, but I remember talking to my close friends, talking to my best friend, and they all told me, bro, you need to leave him, like, it's a red flag, like, yada yada yada, right? But I couldn't find it in me to let him go. So my friend got my phone for me, and she was able to send something to him to, like, basically end it, right? So I remember specifically I was eating at Cheesecake Factory with them. I was on lunch from work. She got my phone, she sent him the stuff, and he was like, are you serious? Like, are you really just gonna drop everything that we had? Like, la la la. And I just stopped responding because I asked him to just leave me alone, basically, right? So then he's like, all right, well, don't come crying back to me, like, blah 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 blah. And I just ignored it, right? So I think a couple days passed by, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna talk to him. But it was hard, you know how it is. It was hard, but I was like, hell no. Something I remember too was, I remember specifically him saying something about how, like, some of his exes, like, would stalk him after, or, like, always came back crying to him. And I remember being like, well, I'm not gonna be that bitch that goes and be crying for you after. Like, no. Okay, like, I'm not gonna do that. Even his mom, like, one time I did her hair, and then they were talking about how they were gonna have a party or something, and how, like, it was me and this other girl. It's a complicated story. We broke up once, okay, during that time, like I said, the Cheesecake Factory time, right? And I was not gonna be the one to bend. I was not gonna do that. So a couple days passed by. I'm trying to get back to my normal self. I'm starting a little bit to feel like I'm fine. My friends told me, hey, can you come outside? We have boba for you. I was at work, so I go outside, and while I'm trying to cross the street, I get a text message, and it was his. I yelled. People were looking at me, but I screamed because I was not expecting it. And then my heart started racing, because then I started thinking, oh my God, like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna respond? Am I not gonna respond? Blah blah. But he said, hey, can we talk? And, you know, I thought, you know what, maybe we should. Because, remember, I said I was really, really sick, and I was never really able to voice myself to him and fight for myself, that I felt like I deserved to explain myself and to stand up for myself. And, you know, and then see where that goes. My friends weren't so happy about that. They were like, no, like, I'm not going to talk to you if you respond to him. But I responded to him. And we ended up meeting up that same day at night. He was like, let me know when you're home so I can pick you up, and then we can come back to my house. And I said, we're not going back to your house. I said, we can go for a drive at the beach and we can talk. I said that, and he wasn't really fun about it, because he's like, man, if you're just gonna break my heart, I'm gonna be so mad that you're making me drive, like, blah 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 blah. And I said, well, if you want to talk, that's what it's gonna be. So he picks me up, we go for a drive, we start talking. Something that, like, really made us break up was because I have to, like, show you DMs and stuff. This is so complicated. But he got upset because he actually asked me, because I was so nervous about the whole me being pregnant kind of stuff, right? Because my period is irregular too. I wasn't on birth control. He asked me, like, if you were to be pregnant, like, would you abort? He asked me that. This was before, like, we broke up for the first time. And then I said, Well, honestly, that's a very hard question to answer. I said, I don't know. We're not there yet. I haven't really thought about that, but I said, but I am still like very young and I'm still getting to know you. Like, this is just a lot for me to like process or whatever. And the way that he responded to that was so very rude and disrespectful that really triggered me, and that's really what got me to the point of like breaking up with him that first time. So my voice is starting to go away. Oh my god, my camera's overheating again. I just need to get a dash cam at this point. Okay, I'm gonna go. So we ended up breaking up, right? And then when we met up, my voice. When we met up and we talked, we were ready to discuss a lot of different things, and we decided to go ahead and try again. So I was like, all right, this is a second chance. We're gonna try again. Dude, this one night that I went over to his house, I don't think I ever told anybody until now. Let me turn you guys off and turn you back on again so that I don't miss out this combo, okay? I was actually not even supposed to go over to his house that night. It was like during the week. And the only reason why I went is because we were talking on the phone and he started like slithering his words. Like he wasn't actually speaking that well. Hold on, let me see, what time did I make it at? Does it say 9:57? Yes, okay, I get to only pay $5. Yes, instead of the 12. He was like talking weird, and then nobody was home. His mom was working, his sister was working. And he's like, I'm not feeling well. And then I started getting concerned. And he's like he couldn't hardly even freaking speak. And he's like, my voice, man. He's like, do you think that maybe you can take me to the hospital? And I said, yeah, like, of course. And then he's like, no, actually, I think I'm just gonna sleep it off. And then he started getting scared and paranoid. And he's like, do you think that maybe you can come and take care of me? And I said, yeah, like, I'll be there. So I ended up going to his house. And yeah, he was a little off. I don't know what he took, but he took something, obviously. Wow. You see what I mean? Y'all end up going flying. I don't know how this camera even survives. Let me pick you up right now. But yeah, I don't know what he took, but it really freaked me out. And he actually asked me that night, he asked me, do you love me? I was so thrown back. I was not expecting any I love you situation, you know? So I was very quiet about responding to that, because like, what do you say? I hope that like I didn't fuck up my camera, but like, what do you say? I'm gonna put you more because then it starts not, girl, I don't want to zoom in, okay? I didn't want to like really have the conversation about the whole I love you, because at the same time I didn't want to get him disappointed, but I didn't really respond, right? And he looked at me and he's like, you don't love me? Like, you gave me your virginity and you don't love me? I was so thrown back. My anxiety started going off because I didn't know, like, am I in danger right now? Like, is this fool gonna go crazy on me? And I was just like, well, I really like you. I'm getting to know you, but I don't want to say that I love you. And he's like, that's okay. You don't have to say anything. He had a calendar by his bed. He grabbed a pen. And on a specific day, I don't know what day it was, he wrote like, Ashley doesn't love you. I was very thrown off by it all. And it was so awkward throughout the night. And then he looks at me and he says, that's okay. That's okay if you don't love me. I love you, he said, or something like that. And I'm gonna show you, like, it was so weird. I can't remember everything, but it was so odd. And I know he was on something. He told me, if you tell anybody about today, like, I'm never gonna talk to you again. Like, I'm gonna be very mad at you. So I think he was either on drugs or something. I don't know. I've never seen him like that before. And I just kind of kept it to myself. But I was scared, like, how... Because he was, like, shivering. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you, but it was a very scary moment for me. I've never seen somebody like that. But we ended up going on a double date one time with his cousin and his girl that he was talking to. And we went to Long Beach and we rode those, like, birds. They're called birds, like those scooters. We rented those and we were out there. We had some fun. And it was nice. And then his cousin was like, dude, I'm hungry. And then he looked at me because the guy that I was talking to, he had left. And, like, he was on riding the bird and his cousin looks at me and he's all like, are you hungry? And I was like, eh. Because, like, when I have anxiety, I'm not hungry at all, right? So I was like, eh. And he's like, come on, make this motherfucker pay. Like, let's go. Let's go eat something. We ended up going to a freaking... I don't know if you guys ever been to the Brazilian steakhouse. It's very expensive because it's like a buffet about like all you can eat meat kind of stuff. And it was really late and I felt bad because like I told you, I can't really eat. So they paid so much money and I couldn't really eat. But whatever. That's the least you can do, boo. Spend your money on me. I am feeling a bit overwhelmed right now. Overall, I feel like today that's kind of been like a little bit of the energy. Like, I'm not bad about it because I'm trying so hard not to like let my thoughts consume me, because once I do, it's just like a whole little thing. But it all started because like yesterday, while the vlog was uploading, I decided to... What am I looking for? I think I'm good. I decided to... Well, actually, I need to... There's a lot to say. Let me let the car warm up a little bit. Okay, so... I decided to go ahead and test out some stuff that I have for the podcast, because apparently I'm able to go ahead and record the podcast using my laptop. So I have one mic, just one mic, one headphone, stuff like that. I was testing it out. So I decided to go ahead and put a preview of it on Instagram, and I actually got good feedback of it. And I didn't think anything much of it at first when I uploaded it until I was getting feedback about it, like people who were actually interested in listening to it. That then like it hit me, and then I started feeling a little bit overwhelmed that it was getting a good reaction. Like, of course I want a good reaction, but I think the way that my brain works is like, pretend that you're on a computer right now, and instead of looking at one specific window, like let's say that you have Google open for whatever reason, and then you might have other windows open too, like Forever 21, Torrid, Yahoo, YouTube, and so on, right? Or like on your phone too, you know how you have multiple, like if you go on your Safari, you're able to have like multiple windows open. Instead of focusing on the first window that I'm looking at, I'm looking at all the windows that are open. So I started feeling overwhelmed because I do have a lot on my plate, but at the same time, like, I enjoy it. It's just like I'm just hard on myself again, you know, and I just have to live in the moment. But I was thinking like, oh my gosh, just like another thing, you know, like I already have my main channel that I've neglected for a couple weeks due to my mental health, and I'm trying to get back to it. But that one, like I said, I was gonna upload 3 times a week: Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Then I have my vlogging channel, which these actually I don't have an issue with. I feel like I'm recording my daily life. I don't have to prep or anything like that. I'm just literally recording what I'm doing in my life and stuff. So this is like not an issue for me at all. But I do upload every single day. I vlog every single day. So there's that. And then now we're gonna go ahead and add this podcast on top of it, that I'm gonna try to have an audio version of it, obviously, so that you can listen to it in your car, like when you're driving home or so you'll be able to listen to it hopefully on Spotify, Apple Music, and I don't know, like maybe, I don't know what other stuff there is too, but I'm also gonna go ahead and video record it too, so that way I can upload it on YouTube and you can watch it, because I like to watch podcasts too sometimes instead of just listening to it, depending on like where I'm at and stuff like that. So there's options. So I have to like work that out. So I'm thinking about when I upload my podcast, I'm thinking that it's gonna go live on Wednesdays. I'm gonna do it once a week. So it's gonna go live on Wednesdays, the audio version on Spotify and then the video version will go up on Fridays. And that way, like, I'm uploading for my main channel Tuesday, and then Wednesday Spotify, and then Thursday my main channel, and then Friday we got the video version of the podcast, and then Saturday my main channel, and then Sunday, Monday either I relax, or who says relax, or work on, you know, on content. But that made me feel a bit overwhelmed. And then this morning when I started talking about the situationship that I was in, when I because I was gonna show you guys the text messages, when I opened it, it kind of made me feel a little bit like some type of way, that I was like, oh no, like I don't want to get sucked into that energy. And then 3, my mom just sent me a picture of this dog. She's a female puppy. We've been wanting to get another dog, another Yorkie to be exact, for some time now. Like, we've talked about it, but I'm really determined on getting one this year. I'm just overall scared of commitment. I think that's what it is too. I'm just scared of commitment. It drives me crazy because this is a commitment to another dog. You know, like, I love dogs, and I'm not scared of the commitment of the dog. I'm scared of the fucking bills, like the vet bills and stuff. I'm thinking financially, can I support this dog? You know what I'm saying? And it's a female, and Ronaldo's still not what's the word I'm looking for? He's still not operado, like he still has sperm in him. So I need to get that situated too, but she's so cute. Let me show you a picture of her. Oh, also, by the way, during my lunch today, I went ahead and created the thumbnail for the podcast. So I think this is going to be it, but I'm going to show you. I think this is going to be my cover for my podcast. So I thought that was cute. And then let me show you the picture of the freaking puppy. This is the puppy. She is so cute. So who knows? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, right? It is what it is. But I want to go ahead because I feel like when I was telling you guys the story, because back to the chisme, right? When I was telling you guys the story about the situationship, I feel like I wasn't really, not that I'm trying to paint him as a bad person, but I feel like I wasn't really giving you examples as to what really happened. I'm just giving you overall story. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my, let me see if I still have DMs with this guy. Look, my heart started racing a little bit. Not racing, but okay. Okay, so DMs are still there. So let's see. Because I left off talking about... Hold on. Okay. So I left out about how he was asking about the abortion thing, and then we had broken up. This is like the first... This is where it led up to the first breakup, okay? He said, if you get pregnant, I wanted to know if you will abort it. And then I said, I don't know yet. I'm trying not to think about that because it stresses me out. Then he said, well, if you do, you getting one. The only reason I'm saying that is because the way you say it, like if having a baby with me would be the worst thing. So either you abort, we keep it low key like that, or you just don't, or you just give it to me, worst case scenario. But I doubt it. The pill's going to work. It worked the first time. Do people not understand how these stuff work? Just because it worked literally a week ago? Like, who says that? Like, periods don't work that way, you know? But whatever. So then I said, I don't want you to feel that I wouldn't want to have a baby with you. You seem like you would be a great dad. I just feel like no one is ever ready to have a kid. But we're both currently working hard to build an empire, and we're still so early in this relationship that I don't think having a baby is ideal. Honestly, I'm just scared that I'm not mentally and physically ready to have a baby. I'm scared that if I am, how my parents would react and how this is a commitment to raising a human being. But I feel like if I am and I keep it, it's going to be hard, but I feel with time it will be a blessing. If I decide to abort it, it will be mentally and physically hard on me. We will just have to revisit this conversation if the time comes. I feel like I answered very much professionally, very, very well. And the reason why I'm not driving yet is because obviously I'm trying to show you text. I can't text and drive, boo. Do not text and drive. So I said that, and he just said, so just forget it. Don't worry about it anymore. Every day I keep noticing things about you that I don't like, of how you would react or do, and to me, and to me, honestly, I don't like it anymore. How was I supposed to react to that? That was very disrespectful, very, very rude, right? So that led to like us breaking up the first time. Now, here I want to go ahead and show you. I'm going to look at the text messages because I said I still have these because if he ever were to message me, I would want to be able to see these and be like, excuse me, Ashley, no, we're not doing this. So this is what had happened the second time that we had broken up. Let's see. So like I said, I liked to, because I'm getting to know you, right? So I like to ask random questions. I was hanging out with my girlfriend and we were literally eating McDonald's in the car. That's when I used to hang out with her before I had COVID. And we were talking about this like video that we saw from The Real, like the talk show The Real. and they talked about like being submissive or dominant in a relationship, right? So then I just decided to be like, question, do you like to be submissive or dominant in a relationship? And he's like, why are you always asking all these questions? And I'm like, why not? He's like, because why don't you ask me all this stuff when you're with me in person? Like shit, like shit weird, dude. Every time you're with your friend, you ask all this stuff. Is it you asking or them? So then that tripped me out because that completely turned me off, and I was like, whatever about it now. So I didn't respond to him, and then I responded to him later on when I got home. I was like, I just got home, I'm gonna get ready for bed. He just put okay. He's like, you really gotta stop asking me these questions, they're making me uncomfortable. And I'm like, what questions have I asked you that make you feel uncomfortable? He's like, the dominant and submissive thing, like why do you want to know? And I'm like, aside from that question, which other ones? He's like, just forget it. I'm like, it was just a question. People ask each other questions in person or in text to get to know each other a little more, but noted, you don't like questions. He's like, yeah, ask me private questions in person. Don't be asking me through text when you're with a friend. I swear everyone you hang out with a friend, you're always this different person, and I don't like that. Yesterday I brought it up an argument because you were kind of rude and can't say anything because then you think I'm arguing and it's bullshit, and you don't answer my questions I asked right now. Who asked you or your friend? And you don't say anything. So I don't know, I'm not gonna keep going up and stuff about what he's mentioning there, but like, you see what I was saying here, okay? I said, you're acting like they're asking me to ask you these questions. This is all me, not them. I watched a video about being submissive and dominant in a relationship, and it got me thinking. That's why I asked. That's all it was. I'm quiet, shy, loud, weird, random, funny, annoying, introvert, friendly, people person. I'm all these things and more. I'm slowly showing you who I am, but every time I do, you don't like it, and it makes me not want to open up. Like, why do you like me? You like quiet Ashley? You like shy Ashley? Because that's who I was for almost a month, but that wasn't all of me. Because like I mentioned to you, I was really sick to the point that I wasn't really able to show, like before we actually met, he was able to see all the like the fun and crazy and weird Ashley that I love, okay? He was able to meet that. But after the first day that we hanged out, when I got really sick, I was very just to myself. I was quiet, I didn't talk too much, so like that's why I brought up like, what the fuck do you like about me? Because do you think I'm just gonna be this quiet bitch all the time? Like, no, you got me fucked up. This is when I started. After the first breakup and we got back together again, I told myself, now that you feel a little bit better, you better defend yourself. You better voice yourself up. You're not gonna be a victim in this relationship. You're not gonna like just stay quiet. You're gonna speak up for yourself. So he said, you've been hanging out with your friends these past days. You go out and do all these things, and I've been cool and patient about it. I don't mind it. It's girls' night or gossip time. To spend time with your girls. Like, go ahead if it makes you happy or makes you vent. Okay, cool. Like, I don't mind it. We all have friends, and every time you that I give you your space, now when you stop hanging out with your friends, that when you come to me because now you don't have nobody to talk to, and I'm probably tired from work or something, or maybe even playing Call of Duty with my cousins, and you get mad at me because I tell you no or I want space. I did not. Okay? I did not. Like yesterday with that bullshit goodnight message, acting like you ain't mad. You really gotta get your feelings straight, dude, or your attitude. You ain't none of those persons when we hang out. You act like that only when you're with your friends. Don't say no. Don't give me that bullshit answer. And I said, then how am I around you? He's like, you're just you. Don't go being another person through text. And then you go and ask, why do you like me? It's your fucking overthinking that, oh my god, this is gonna make me emotional because he really brought this up. It's your fucking overthinking that doesn't let you think. That's why you have anxiety, dude, because you never let stuff flow or go. Like, you always want to know everything about me, like right now, this exact moment. We have years to get to know each other, and you packing everything in a few weeks. Like, let shit flow, man, or that shit is going to drain you and eat you alive. You worry too much and ask too many questions, like when I can just show you in person through time. I don't want you comfortable with me yet, because once a relationship starts to get into that sweet starts to get fucked up. We all have these years to get to know each other and pushing everything so fast. I want to know something new about you, like every month, not every day. I want to get comfortable. I don't want to get comfortable. I don't want to know all of you yet. The fuck do you mean? Do you understand how fucked up that shit sounds? Okay? So I said, why don't you want to get comfortable? He's like, I just told you. I don't want you calling me every day because I don't want it to be a routine or a thing we always do. He would text me every fucking day. He would call me every fucking day. He would FaceTime me every fucking day. You were the one who told me to go over. I never once said, can I go over? You were the one who always told me, come over. So where is this coming from? Anyways, Like he said, I don't want you calling me every day because I don't want it to be a routine or a thing we always do, because when I call you, I want to feel like I haven't talked to you in days, or hang out with you every weekend, or want you sleeping over every weekend, or kiss you or hug you every day, or this and that. No, I want all this stuff to be slow and little by little so we can actually cherish it when it comes to that. He was all up on me. He was the one sluthering me? Is that even the word I'm looking for? And now I'm the one doing that, apparently, right? So then I said, when we are interested in someone, we decide to go on dates and get to know the person, to see what they're all about and get to know the good and the bad. You get to see if you are compatible. After weeks, months of getting to know each other, if the feeling is mutual, it can advance into a relationship. Normally, there's no kissing or anything sexual during this time. I said, once you're in a relationship, there isn't many things that will surface about your partner's character, because you get to know them and that's the person you like, and that's why you decided to be with them. Together, you guys can learn new things about life and get through hard times. Of course, you might learn a few things you didn't know before, but majority of those things you would have learned during the dating stage. That's how I view dating and relationships. Everyone has their own take on it. I completely understand in giving each other some time to miss each other. The reason I'm saying this is because you said I don't want to know something new about you every day, maybe once a month. We all have these years to get to know each other. Let's take things slow. Well, tomorrow's never guaranteed, and I don't plan to wait months to get to know someone. So if that's what we're doing, dating, talking stage, then I need to know. Because I wanted to know, because I don't want to be taken advantage of. Like, I'm not going to go over and have you, like, get your, you know, what is it? Get your cake and eat it too kind of situation. Like, you really fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? So he said, if you don't plan on waiting for months to even get to know somebody, then I can't do this. Too fast for me. Sorry and goodbye. Okay? I said, I really hope that you were able to understand everything I said and that nothing was misinterpreted. I can't change how you feel, so if this is what you're wanting, I will respect your decision. If you need some time to think, or if you have made up your mind, let me know. This was before, like, this is me trying to be nice, trying to maybe work it out, right? But then I said, fuck that. So I said, I guess since you were so fast at saying sorry and goodbye, I guess you have made up your mind. I wish you nothing but the best. I hope you find whatever you're looking for. Try to end it very nicely, right? He fucking doesn't respond until the next morning. I'm at work, minding my business, and he texts me. And he tried it, but I was firing back, okay? He said, thanks, same for you, take care. I'm sorry I can't be in a relationship where I get treated bad. When you have a bad day and you take it out on me. I've been through that and I ain't going through it again. But anyway, see you around, take care. Why couldn't he have ended it just like natural? He had to throw that like thing on it, right? When I have literally done nothing bad to this guy. I haven't hit you, like, I don't believe in that shit. I haven't done anything to you, like, mentally or anything. Like, you were the one who fucked me up mentally, okay? So then I said, honestly, I'm sorry you see it that way. I've been nothing but kind, but if you want to see me that way to make it easier for you to leave, then go for it. I can't be with someone who is going to contradict what they say and string me along. I know my worth and I know what I want. Best wishes. Okay? Then this is where we started going at it. He said, you said it yourself that the way you acted was fucked up. That's why I'm leaving. Also, I know my worth. Best wishes. He's like, you get in your feelings and you take it on me. When I'm stressed or something, I never take it out on you. I could be having a rough day and I still try to be kind to you. I said, no, you're acting like you have been a saint. I can't help you see what you ignore to see, but I really hope you can find some peace and work on your personal issues. He's like, but I guess we're just two different people. If you're like that, it's fine. I understand. I can't change you and it's okay. And I said, I have not once ever taken something out on you. And he put personal issues. Me with personal issues? Yeah, okay, Ashley, hit that low. Just forget it. I don't want to say something bad and offend you. I'm more mature than you. I'm not going to attack your flaws. So I said, you deadass attacked me last night and you're going to act like you haven't already. He's like, okay, Ashley, I have issues, so leave and don't come back. And I'm like, you're choosing to leave. He's like, says the one is going to therapy that I have issues. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? So I said, because I choose to get help while you don't, all of a sudden things are going too fast. Last week you were the one who asked me to see me every day, every time I slept over, but once you were the one who asked me to sleep over. And he's like, I have issues, just fuck off already and leave me alone. Go with somebody else. And I said, all of a sudden I'm being myself. I'm standing up for myself and you don't like that? You thought I was gonna stay quiet and be shy Ashley forever? Fuck that. I tried. I really did, and it sucks that you don't see that, but I noticed how distant you have been this week. So maybe you just started feeling different, and that's okay. You want to say that I was being mean to you when I just wanted to be cute and give you a kiss and a kiss, and all of a sudden you want to switch it on me and tell me I'm being inconsiderate. You standing up for yourself is talking shit about my flaws. This is him now. And you wanted me to open up to you so you can use it against me and be a bitch when you leave? Yeah, what a real classy lady you are. I would never talk shit about your issues on the other side. I tried helping you, but fuck you if you ain't my... But fuck it, you ain't my problem anymore. And I said, you once said that I should talk to you whenever I'm feeling some kind of way because that's what partners do. When I do that, you get to know something new, but you weren't ready for that. I have been asking for you to open up, and that's why I would ask you questions, but you struggle with opening up. You brought these issues, dude. You started this. I just asked you a simple question yesterday, and you escalated this to this. You want to make me seem like the bad guy for your own conscience, but you're wrong for that. You won't admit to anything you have done in your eyes. You're perfect. He's like, you want me to open up so you can throw my issues in my face? That's what a low blow from you. And I said, I wouldn't do that. He's like, and you know that. I said, you just went on me and used my anxiety and overthinking on me, so don't use that bullshit. That was low of you. He's like, every time you have been insecure about your weight, who told you that you looked fine? Or when you were going to therapy, who told you that I was going to be there? I said, did I not tell you on Monday how much I appreciated you? Have I not been trying to get to know you? And first of all, you brought on my weight. I never fucking told you I wasn't... Well, yeah, in the beginning, but then after that, I was fine. Anyways, he's like, there, stop it. You done enough. And I said, if you wanted to end the relationship, you could have simply ended it. Instead, you continue to play mind games. I realized my self-worth and your toxic ways, and I'm actually grateful we're parting ways. I hope you seek help because honestly, if you keep it up this way, you will never have a healthy relationship. Hopefully with time you mature, but like I said, best of wishes, and please refrain from trying to make me look bad because honestly, you're describing yourself. He's like, okay, I'm toxic. Okay, I'm the toxic one and I'm the bad one. Anything else? I can make a relationship work. I just didn't want it with you. And I said, LOL, sure, whatever you say. Glad we're on the same page. Bye. And he put laughing my ass off. Okay, bye. And that was the very, very end of it. And then I had blocked him from like my Instagram and everything because I didn't want him to like... I needed my time to clear out my stuff. I didn't want him like to sweep me up again and all that. But then I felt bad after talking to my therapist. I said, you know, at the end of the day, I'm a very nice person. I don't want to end things in a... Oh my god, this is going to be the hugest fucking vlog ever. But you guys really wanted the tea, so I gave you the tea, okay? I didn't want that. So eventually I just told her, you know what, for a second there I kind of want to be friends with him, but I realized that wasn't really going to be good for me. There were times where I wanted to hit him up because I just did, you know, but I decided not to. I did unblock him. He has liked some of my reels in the past, but I'm not going to go begging you. And even if you message me, nothing's going to fucking happen because you're a piece of shit who manipulated me. And instead of opening up and being a fucking man, you decide to be a little bitch. So, that's the story of that. There's more into it overall, but I just wanted to show you those kind of like text message to kind of like make you see his wording and stuff like that. But, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go now because this is the longest fucking vlog I've ever... I have heated up my car for 20 minutes, okay? I'm gonna go now. And let's see what happens when I get home. Bye! So, I wanted to go ahead and, like, end the vlog a little bit earlier. Right? I wanted to go ahead and end the vlog while my memory card was, like, loading all the clips from today, which I know are gonna be eternal because I had a lot to say. But anyways, during that time, you know, I haven't really been on the, like, dating apps that I got on, right? So, what I was doing is... I'm gonna show you what I was doing. I don't know, I don't want to get sued if I'm showing you guys these people, but, you know, for example, I'm just like, right, I'm just doing, you know, this and this and this, right, because I get bored, because going through them and swiping so many left is just depressing, so, you know, que me salga uno bien por ahí, right, so, and then we'll see who sends me something, right. So, this is what I do. Okay, so anyways, I ended up getting a message, right? So, this guy, let me see. He said, so, what's your trauma then? Everything. Working on it, boo. Let me go back. Jeez. Hello? Okay. This one said, great smile. Oh, but then, hold on. The one that said, what's your trauma? If you go to his page, it says here, abnormally large cock. So, I guess that's interesting. Oh, you see, I just got another message. Let's see. This is why it's interesting when you just swipe and swipe and swipe. So, this guy, though, I'm not going to show you guys his picture, but it says, "Man, I like your smile." I checked him out. I think I'm going to school him. I think he's a little younger than me. Oh, this guy sent me a GIF. This is so fun. Okay. This guy said, "Honestly, I suck at pickup lines, but definitely open to get into knowing you, I guess. What are you trying to get into?" Oh? Oh no, he's reminding me of my ex. Why you being so direct, sir? Anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and... You see, my friend and I had the conversation about, do you consider him your ex? The lighting, and I swear to you that this lighting is not as yellow as the camera's picking up to be right now. But my friend was like, so do you consider him your ex, or... And I said, well, I'm just gonna say yes for now. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed all that situationship story. I said it, now I hope you have an understanding about it. And just listen to your gut. I was sick because my body was telling me, Ashley, this is not the one for you. I remember praying to God and being like, please let me know, like, is this the one that you made me wait for? Like, is this the one for me? Like, let me know, send me a sign. Well, I got really sick and I didn't think about that sign being anything like that. But anyways, I hope you have a beautiful day or a beautiful night whenever you're watching this. I'm over here like a grease ball. And I will see you mañana. Bye.